Hey watch fans, Brad from Brent Miller Jewelers. And if you're familiar with the channel, you probably think I'm going to compare this SLA039 on my left to this SLA037 on my right. And in most instances, that's what I would be doing. However, today I want to talk a little bit about design. And specifically, I want to talk about your hour markers on dive watches, or I guess dress watches, but specifically dive watches. I grabbed these two because I had dive watches in mind, and really just solicit feedback, comments on, do you have a strong preference on your hour markers? I know I do, and so I thought I'd just engage in some conversation and comments. On my left here, this SLA039 has what I will call dots or circular hour markers here at most of the hour markers, and then kind of thicker, I'll go with baton style at your cardinal where the date would be, so 369, and then your double marker there at 12, which I do like a thicker marker at 12 on my dive watches specifically, but on most watches, maybe not dress watches, compared to the SLA037 over here, which, you know, if they were thinner, I think most people would refer to those markers thinner as stick. I'm going to refer to these as baton markers, and you can see you have baton markers all the way around the dial. And really, I pulled these two because I thought they were similar color, obviously just similar look. I thought it would be a really good comparison to just see them side by side. Obviously, the 039 case here is a little bit larger, the kind of monoblock MM300 style case, and compared to your 62 MOS style case here on your SLA037. So, but again, I thought it was really good just to take a quick look at these side by side. Both have the date wheel in the same place. I went through our cases, looking at them. Obviously, the Seamaster 300M does have some dots, as well as your Black Bay 58 has some dots, compared to your Planet Ocean, which is more baton, as well as your Aquaterra baton. So just some other, watches that I happened to look at, thought about grabbing, and thought I'm just gonna keep it really simple and just put these side by side and ask you from a design perspective, whether it be legibility, just aesthetics, which do you prefer? What is in your collection? Have you ever given it any thought? I know I certainly have, and I will share my opinion. I absolutely love having some dot markers on my dive watches. I just prefer the look of it. And when I hit the lights here and give you a loom shot, I don't know. I just like seeing it's a little bit more broken up. Just the overall look and feel of the watch. So I do have a preference. Not saying that I would not wear a baton marker or wear a watch with baton markers for the hour markers. I'm sure I do or have in my collection. But I don't know. Thought it'd be an interesting discussion. So let me throw these on real quick. I'll also give you a loom shot. Everybody always wants to see wrist shots. So again, first up here, limited edition SLA039. Going to be a little bit large for my 6 3/4 inch wrist, but if you're familiar with Seiko, they always wear smaller than what the specs are. So I'm not even going to go over the specs really. Again, this video is not to compare these two. If you'd like to see me compare those two, I can certainly do that in another video and go over all their dimensions. Just leave me a comment and let me know you want that, and I'll be happy to do it. But for today, just wanted to get you a look and ask for the opinion on your hour markers. .62 MOS 40 millimeter case is probably going to fit me a little bit better as expected. But again, just looking at those hour markers, aesthetically, it's very clean. It's not that I dislike it. I just like the dot markers better. Again, just a matter of personal preference. So let me hit the lights here quick. I will stop rambling on. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you have a preference? Have you ever given it any thought? Again, I just like seeing a little bit of a change of pace or different flavor there. I do like how the 36912 stick out a little bit more, a little bit thicker here on your at the 12 o'clock, but not as noticeable difference, or not as much of a noticeable difference, especially when looking at it in loom. So As always, thank you for viewing. I was trying to keep this under 5 minutes, and looks like I just went over. So if there's anything I can do for you, shoot me an email, brad@brentlmiller.com, and we'll see you in the next video.